All right, when you decide to get healthier, you're gonna go through 3 stages, maybe. Everybody doesn't need all 3. But 3 common stages on your journey. Number 1 that's true for all of us is you've gotta get around healthier. Say er. You gotta get around healthier people. I'm gonna make you a guarantee. If you hang around people that are just a little bit healthier than you are, and you said this, well, Pastor Chip, I'm gonna take you up on it. I'm gonna commit to being around healthier people once a week, twice a month, whatever, for the next year. And you didn't change anything else, nothing. You didn't read your Bible, you didn't do anything. If you just said, I'm gonna hang around healthier people consistently for the next year, you know what I guarantee you? You're gonna get just a little bit healthier. Because health in some ways is caught, not taught. It's caught, not taught. So it's important that you find healthier perspective. I mean, sometimes you could just be in a home group, small group, and one of the couples starts sharing a problem. And you're kind of like watching them dismantle this problem, challenge. And here's your thought. Gosh, we wouldn't handle it like that. We'd have been pulling out guns by now. And you walk home, drive home that night, you and your spouse, and you say to yourself, I've never seen a couple argue like that. You think we could learn to do that? What happened? All you got was a different perspective, and it potentially empowers you to change. How many of us need that? All of us. The next step you might need is a mental health professional. A mental health professional. Who's that? That's a counselor, a psychologist, somebody you might have to throw some money on the table. Now, here's what I believe. Notice the phrase beside it. Most of us. Why do I say that? Because I believe more than 51% of the people in this room would benefit from going to see a counselor. When I was pastoring, I used to tell people when I married them that I'll meet with you once a month for a year. Why? I knew they were going to have issues. Any of y'all have issues in your first years? Or do y'all just mesh perfectly? And here's the deal. If you learn early on in the marriage where your hot spots are, how many of you think it might just help you? The point is this, guys, girls, find somebody to talk to that knows more than you do. And I know with some of you there isn't anybody, but find somebody that just might have a perspective from a professional level that's helpful to you. And then I'll be honest with you, level 3, there are some people in this room right now, both the gentlemen on the videos, Pastor Chris and Pastor Jeff, both of them went to a medical doctor because they determined, and we're going to segue into our next point, they determined their issue, I got to be careful because this thing can fall apart, their issue, say what that is, was their brain. Look at your last point. The last piece of the puzzle that we're figuring out, we, the church, is your plastic brain. Plastic, you know what that means? That means that they used to think after a certain age, your brain can't change. Well, they've recently found through research that it can. In other words, your brain can change itself. It's really important. Now, mental illness is a health condition involving changes in emotion, thinking, or behavior, or a combination of all. Where does all that happen? Right here, between your ears. Now, here's an important question. Well, let me say this in the right order. Christianity, what we do in here, you could kind of say deals with our spiritual life, psychology, the soul, and physiology, the brain. Now, why do I say that? Because in my journey as a counselor, I discovered I had to get better at all 3. Because I saw some people's spiritual answers worked. Thank God, boom. I saw some, teaching them some mental soul level techniques really helped. And then I realized some had a broken brain. Some had a brain, look at your last line. The brain's an organ in your body. I could hold up a stomach. I could hold up a heart. I could hold up a pancreas. your intestines. That would be gross, but we could. The brain is an organ in your body, and just like the other organs in your body, it can break and not be able to do its job well. Do you realize that depression can be a brain problem? Not always, but it can be. Do you know that anxiety, OCD, heard it in both cases? OCD is a brain issue for the most part, typically. Addictions, all kinds of things have a brain component to them. Oh, you're taking medication? Oh, it's just a crutch because you don't want to deal with your real problem. I will hurt you. I'll hurt you if I ever hear you say that. How dare you? Now, is it always a brain issue? No, of course not. But what if it is? What if it is?